For years, Arsenal fans heard the same phrase, trust the process. For years, that phrase became punchline. Rival fans mocked it, pundits questioned it, and every time Arsenal fell short, the jokes got louder. But while everyone was laughing, Mikel Arteta was building something. Not just a team, a foundation. And at the heart of that foundation stood two defenders who may one day be remembered as one of the greatest centre-back pairings in the Premier League era. Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. One is aggressive, one is elegant. One thrives in chaos, the other makes defending look effortless. Together, they've become the wall that transformed Arsenal from nearly men into champions. But here's the real question. Have we already witnessed the rise of an all-time great defensive duo? And if Arsenal continue winning, where will Gabriel and Saliba rank among the likes of Ferdinand Vidic or Terry and Carvalho? Because what they've achieved so far is impressive. What they could achieve next may be historic. The process everyone laughed at. When Arteta took over Arsenal in December 2019, the club was a mess. The squad lacked structure, the defence lacked leadership, and Arsenal are miles away from competing with Europe's elite. Arteta spoke about standards. He spoke about culture. He spoke about rebuilding from the ground up. Many fans believed in him. Others didn't. Rival supporters mocked the phrase, trust the process, every chance they got. Finishing 8th twice, missing out on Champions League, losing the title after leading for much of the season. Each setback was used as evidence that Arsenal weren't built to win. But Arteta stayed patient. He cleared out players, signed new leaders, and slowly built a team in his image. And nowhere was that rebuild more important than in central defence. Gabriel joined Arsenal in 2020 from Lille. Strong, aggressive, dominant in the air. While his qualities were obvious, Arsenal still didn't have the ideal partner for him. The Saliba effect. When Saliba finally broke into the first team, everything changed. He looked calmer, more composed, more secure. Saliba had the rare ability to make defending look easy. He had swagger, great on the ball. He read danger early, recovered quickly, and carried the ball out of the back with remarkable confidence. Suddenly, Gabriel looked even better. And together they gave Arsenal something every title-winning team needs: a defensive partnership you can trust. Great partnerships are about balance. Gabriel is the enforcer. He attacks crosses, wins headers, throws himself into challenges, puts his body on the line. Saliba is the organizer. He anticipates danger, covers space, and remains calm under pressure. When Gabriel steps out aggressively, Saliba is there to sweep up. When Saliba drives forward, Gabriel provides security. Their skill sets complement each other almost perfectly. And perhaps just as importantly, they seem to trust each other completely. The numbers are already historic. This is where the conversation becomes interesting and where facts are laid out. Gabriel and Saliba already rank among the most successful defensive pairings for clean sheets in Premier League history. And they've done it in fewer games than many legendary partnerships. If they're already this high on the list, what happens if they stay fit and play together for more seasons? Could they surpass Ferdinand and Vidic? Could they become the most successful defensive duo the league has ever seen? It's no longer a wild prediction, more than just clean sheets. Of course, statistics alone don't tell the full story. The best defensive partnerships are measured by trophies. Correct. That's why Ferdinand and Vidic are so highly regarded. They didn't just keep clean sheets, they won titles repeatedly. And that is the challenge facing Gabriel and Saliba. Can they turn defensive excellence into a sustained era of silverware? Because if they can, their place in history becomes impossible to ignore. For years, some critics dismayed Arsenal as a talented side without the mentality to finish the job. This title changes that. No more nearly team, no more bottle jobs, just champions. And Gabriel and Saliba are central to that story. Without their consistency, calmness and dominance, Arsenal don't win this league.
Inesquecível, unforgettable.
Incroyable, incredible.
You win and your performance are celebrated. Fall short and people forget. But now that Arsenal have delivered, it becomes harder to overlook what this duo has been doing all along. How can they become better? Saliba is still approaching his peak years. Gabriel is in his prime. Both are physically dominant, technically gifted, and mentally strong. And if they stay together, they could define this era of Arsenal football. And that leads to another question. Are we watching the modern day equivalent of Adams and Bould? Or perhaps Arsenal's best defensive partnership of the Premier League era? Based on what they've already achieved, it's not unreasonable. The best centre-back pairings make life easier for everyone around them. Full-backs attack with confidence. Midfielders take more risks. Goalkeepers feel protected. They don't just defend, they set the tone. Their presence changes the psychology of the entire team, and perhaps even their opponents. There was a time where trusting Arteta's process felt like an act of faith. Arsenal fans defending the project while enduring endless banter. But that faith has been rewarded. The same process that was ridiculed has now produced champions, and the centre-back pairing at the core of it is already threatening Premier League records. That is the ultimate vindication. So where do Gabriel and Saliba rank among the greatest football defensive partnerships for you? It may still be too early to place them above the legends, but the trajectory is undeniable. They have the clean sheets, they have the chemistry, and now they have the title. If more trophies follow, the debate may not be whether they belong in the conversation. It may be more whether they deserve to be at the very top. For Arsenal fans, that's the dream. For rival fans, it may be an uncomfortable reality. And for Mikel Arteta, it is proof that the process was worth trusting all along. The jokes have stopped, the doubts have faded, and Gabriel and Saliba are writing their names into the Premier League history books. Thanks for watching. This is Crossbars. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll check you in the next one. Peace.